Good evening, all, and welcome to the Washington Township Planning Commission meeting for the month of October. We appreciate your attendance this evening. Same with our folks out there in the WBRW airwaves. Welcome. But first, we got to do what we always do first, and that's our Pledge of Allegiance. All right, we're going to face the flag. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, folks. Very good. As usual, our second order of business, Dana, and since this is Planning Commission, I'm going to call on you for the roll call.
Mr. Sacco?
Yes.
Mr. Thomas?
Here.
Mr. Jaski?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Chaplin?
Here.
Ms. Hall? Mr. Robb?
Yes.
All right. Sounds like we're 6/7 in attendance. How about a motion to approve our agenda?
So moved.
Okay.
Support.
Support, okay. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, we have a motion now. We need to approve minutes from the last meeting, from last month, of course. Can I get a motion for that?
So moved.
All right, very good. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
I'm sorry, who
Correspondence?
supported that? You did, okay.
Oh, I started it.
You started it, I supported it.
Did we get the first?
Sorry.
Did you get it?
I got it in there,
Got it.
real quick.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, now we have our number 5 item, always correspondence, and we do have a couple of things, but one I'm going to hit up right now, and the other we'll hit up when it's the appropriate time. But the letter is from Rochester Hills, Greg Hooper, chairperson, Rochester Hills Planning Commission. Of course, these are our brothers and sisters in arms in the next bordering community, but it's an important notice, and it deals with Public Act 1976, the Open Meetings Act, which each of us up here is very well aware of and try to comply with to the best of our ability. So he says, in compliance with provisions of Act number 267 of the Public Act of 1976, the Open Meetings Act, as amended, notice is hereby given that the Rochester Hills Planning Commission will hold a public hearing on Tuesday, October 21, 2025 at 7 p.m. at the Rochester Hills Municipal Offices located at 1000 Rochester Hills Drive, Rochester Hills, Michigan, to consider adoption of the city's updated master land use plan. Some of the kind of things that the planning commissions have to endure through. Okay, well, he goes on to talk about the master plan and includes text that refers to the planning commission by the Michigan Planning Enabling Act, et cetera. Then, you know, those quotes and cites can put us all to sleep, so I don't put that over you. But the public's encouraged to attend and learn more about the city's efforts and provide citizen input. And that's the big part of why these notices go out. We'll do the same thing with things that we plan on doing, changing, and need to, and many times move on. So that's their master plan notice, and I wanted to give Greg Hooper, chairperson over there, the Rochester Hills Planning Commission, that courtesy to read their notice to us. And we thank him for that. So, item 6 is public comment on non-agenda related items. Means anybody here this evening who would like to say something, even tell us if it's your birthday, you're more than welcome. But as long as it's not related to anything on the agenda, you're welcome. Okay, I see people looking around. It doesn't look like they want to talk about their birthday. All right, we can move on. Public comment, okay, and I already said that. Number 7, new business. Now, I hope I don't massacre this title, but Antojitos by Chatitas. This is a minor site plan revision for commercial renovation at 67300 Van Dyke, parcel number 24, 0402376002, and this location is also known as the world-famous Frontier Town. So whoever is here for Antojitos, please step forward, give us your name and address, and tell us about your plan.
Good evening. My name is Chad Asman. I'm at 915 Windstone Circle North in Oakland, Michigan, 48363. So I'm here. I'm the both the owner's rep as well as Antojito's rep. And Antojitos means small bites, small treats. Small cravings.
Small
Practice that.
cravings.
Small cravings.
Okay.
Small cravings. And what we did is, as you guys know, and you've seen it around, Chatitas has a food truck, and Daniela, the owner of that food truck, she's been doing great business. And then what we did is she was doing so well that a while back we came and we put together a proposal for a prep kitchen. So we basically had a prep kitchen at the site.
Okay.
And then that prep kitchen kind of graduated into Antitos, which is, just this, because there was certain items on the menu that everybody wanted all the time. And so that was just a carry out. Well, now that's become so popular that we are expanding into the unit next to it to be able to add seating and be able to have people be able to have their lunch and be able to have seating there too. And that's why we're here.
All right, very good. Thank you for that.
And also the best tacos in all of this area.
Okay,
Chair,
yes.
just a quick question. Do we do this for interior walls? I mean, basically, this is an interior renovation, right? Is there a reason planning commission sees this?
Our
Just curious.
the way the ordinance is written, in the past, this could be handled through the pre-planning committee, or, that was the direction we used to be able to go. Now, if it's, drives the potential change in parking or review of the parking area based on seating, it does require them to come through and submit for a site plan.
Okay,
But like, I'm just curious, for point, just maybe it's a discussion for a different topic, but like, do you do this for all interior build-outs?
If you're changing the use, it's a
We've
change.
seen a build-out here.
Right, but it's changing the use from what was there previously, where there wasn't, dining. So in any commercial or multi-tenant building, obviously when you add seating, that impacts parking, because now you're having.
Oh, I agree.
So, and that, when there's a change in use that's significant and drives, a review of any of the parking, that it is a requirement that they come before you.
I think that's a very good explanation, D3. I absolutely have to agree with, the activity is defining.
Oh, I agree. I just think it's, you're, with a growing community, and we are, obviously, we're gonna overwhelm this commission with these type of things in years to come, because it will
Well-
change, your parking requirements will change from tenant to tenant. And it should, that,
Yeah,
to
but
me,
the
seems
newer-
more of an administrative
Yeah.
thing that could be done.
The newer multi-tenant buildings take a lot of those things into consideration. It's, it's the older multi-tenant buildings that weren't reviewed with these proposed uses that do impact parking.
I don't disagree with that. It seems to me more of something that could, rather than like I said, to be a development-friendly community. This is a slow process coming to planning commission. And it really should be looked at by whoever needs to by the board to just let this go administrative, because let's face it, you are the planning director. And I mean, you can make the call on, hey, they don't have enough parking. If they don't have enough parking and they got to add some, it should come to the planning commission for a minor site plan amendment. But, I mean, if they've got enough, or if it's reasonable.
On the other hand, Barry, we have pre-planning committee, and this
Right.
can be done at a quasi-administrative.
Yeah,
process.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, it used to be handled that way. in the
Development friendly,
past.
it just seems like
Yeah.
they're.
No,
being
I
violated.
don't, this is the process we have.
Yeah,
It's outlined in our
it's on the
ordinance.
books, that's what we have.
We are doing ordinance amendments. It can
Okay.
always be a discussion at a later date. This
I
is
agree.
how the
Yes.
ordinance is
I don't want to
now.
bog it down,
Yeah, no,
when
I-
I saw this, I'm like, wow, this
Yep.
is not very development friendly.
Yeah.
So you know how he's going to vote.
We'd be over with it.
He
by
likes
now.
tacos.
I do like tacos.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just let it go, we'd be done.
I just,
I back you 100%.
no, I agree. Just food for
It's,
thought.
it's probably a good discussion to have.
I agree.
Yeah.
Sorry to bog that down. My
you
fault.
did
You
vote
did
down.
fine, Barry.
Sidetrack.
We're thorough here. We're thorough at our Washington Township Planning Commission. That's why the folks watch us. And I need to give a shout out to James at our Washington Township Wendy's. He's the manager there, and he watches us at this planning commission religiously, and the zoning board of appeals, and I told, see, she's nodding, she knows who he is, and that I would give him a shout out twice this week, Monday and Thursday, and he's a great person, and he's at our Wendy's in Washington Township, so.
Do we get shout outs, or do we just go around the table?
Well, if we
Just
would,
joking.
do we have any
No,
shout outs?
I'm
Let's get our
gonna shout out for,
Go
I was
ahead.
gonna say, I just wanted to add, it's not my birthday tonight.
Oh, it's not.
All right, my friend, I interrupted your presentation.
no, he was done.
Done.
You are all done?
It was a quick one.
All right, well, Michael had comment, Cassie and Kayla combined tonight had comment. Do you have anything more you would add to what you've written? No? Okay, commissioners, you want to throw some questions at our applicant? Do you have
I
any?
don't know what to ask.
You don't know?
No.
Ask him how good the tacos are.
Honestly, it seems like a
Amazing.
pretty simple, simple change. So with that said, I make a motion to approve the site plan request for Aniojitos by Chatitas located in Frontier Town at 67300 Van Dyke, parcel number 24-04-02-376-002 for the purpose of renovating 665 square feet of space from the total combined 1,330 square feet from a commercial business retail use to an eating and drinking establishment use.
Support.
Okay, we've got a motion and support. Is there anything that needs to be amended to that motion before we move forward? Because we had comments from Cassie and Kayla and from President Mike. I really don't see where it is. You have the written documentation. What our staff has commented that, you know, they'd like to see done, which we would like to see done in turn. So if not, we can take a roll call, Dan.
This doesn't go to the board, right? This is just a minor.
Just you guys.
This is it.
Okay.
So
So you want
now
a
Chad-
condition on the comments?
Oh, yes, well, yeah, Peter, go ahead.
we-
Conditioned on the comments, Barry?
We didn't have
I don't have any.
No
No.
comments.
change
Okay.
required, all right.
Yeah, there are no.
Yeah, they were both
They're within-
very clear on, everything was good.
Okay, I
I'm
thought you
more-
saw something I didn't.
I'm more referring to our staff, our DPW
No,
person.
they can move forward to
Yeah.
work with the building department on permitting.
Yes, absolutely.
That's it.
Okay, thank you for acknowledging. All right, so let's take our roll call.
Mr. Chaplin?
Yes.
Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Mr. Sacco?
Yes,
Mr. Jaski?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Rob?
Mr. Rob, okay, motion passes. All the best on making Frontier Town even more famous.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, good luck.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Next item is B under 7, and this is Master Plan IRT expansion. And we have some information in there. This is the other correspondence thing that I'll read later, but not at the moment. Let's first of all get into a discussion. Kayla's commented, and we have several scenario recommended, and for, you know, transparency purposes, we have discussed, we being this planning commission, the board of trustees, through the years, this area has been discussed in different ways, as it really should be, because it's a busy area between 30 and 32 Mile Road. 32 Mile Road being a very big, a very important east-west roadway, and I think that the proposal coming up before us, these three options, so to speak, A, B, and C, very similar, but each has its own nuance, and what we're going to do is make a review tonight and discussion, which will make a recommendation as we go through a process whenever we make a transition or a change to our master plan. And the IRT area is quite a sensitive area. I'll emphasize it again. We're a residential community. We really stand on a tax base of residential in our township, which is growing, no doubt about it. But the growing goes along with the water and sewer development. However, we have thought, and many of the boards before us, many of the commissions before us have looked to trying to absorb some commercial, industrial type areas, because it's important for our flexibility, our appeal as a community to draw not only more residents, but more businesses. So here we are, and is there anything that stands out as far as to the commissioners or to our planner, Cassie and Kayla, and to Michael, anything that you need to highlight right now? In addition to what you've said? Nothing?
No.
Nothing, Cassie, you're okay with what you've stated?
Yes, and, the process here tonight would be to make the decision to amend, right? You don't have to make the specific amendment, but
Yes.
you would like to reopen it for an amendment.
Yeah.
And then the next step is sending a notice of intent to plan to amend.
Yes.
At which point the draft amendment would be submitted for review, so.
Okay.
Just a process.
And that review, is it
Clarification
by the planning commission, or is it for the board of trustees?
for the board.
Board of
Yeah.
trustees, okay. And folks, they are the ultimate authority. We do, in most part, what we do as a planning commission is recommendation to the board of trustees. So just so you know that.
As was just stated, we've been talking about this for a long time, and we've always been in favor
Yeah.
of having, the earth in this location. It just makes sense.
Yes, Peter,
So,
all right.
It gives you the flexibility for development in that area as well. We do not have to make a decision on A, B, or C tonight, right? Is that something we handle
would
through the
be-
process?
It would be efficient to, because
To come up
you're-
with an-
yes,
okay.
because you're giving your notice of intent to amend.
Okay, a direction.
And then the
for-
next step is sending that draft amendment.
Okay.
So it would be efficient to, but
Okay. Very good. Well, commissioners, we had an email sent to all of us, and anytime I get a correspondence, Dana gets one, whoever gets one, we like to read it into the record. I know we can say it's part of the record, but as a courtesy, I think reading it into the record is something that the submitter would appreciate. And we did receive this, all of us, each of us did, on the planning commission, which is wise. And it states that I wanted to take a moment to personally express my vision and outline the economic development plan behind the IRT rezoning discussions for the 32-mile and Powell area. I'm a fast reader, bear with me. As its meeting on September 3rd, 2025, I, being Supervisor Praviti, made a motion to the Washington Township Board of Trustees requesting that the Planning Commission revisit the future land use map of the master plan and consider an amendment to expand areas designated as industrial research technology, otherwise IRT. This process, as outlined in Public Act 33 of 2008, will require a formal master plan amendment, including notice, review, public hearing, and final adoption steps, which we are in the process of initiating here this evening. That's my language. I've been working closely with our planners, Cassie Meidel and Kayla Maudlin, from Spalding to Decker, our very, very excellent community planners, to evaluate and refine this vision, as well as President Mike Kozak, our civil engineer, fully versed in this as well. Together, we've focused on ensuring that the proposed IRT area is both strategically located and properly supported by existing and planned infrastructure. And let me add to that sentence, my understanding, not that I'm involved in it, but our township has invested over the years in that area in pursuit of fertile ground for an IRT implementation of whatever it may be. Continuing on, over the past 4 years, I've been working diligently to improve this area of the township, investing significant time, planning, and resources to bring essential infrastructure such as water and sewer extensions to make this corridor viable for future investment. This has come at a substantial cost, but with a clear purpose to diversify our tax base, strengthen our economic foundation, and prevent annexation pressures from neighboring communities. Sad to say that, in my opinion, in my experience, this has happened in the past. Now we carry on with the letter from the supervisor. This vision for IRT in the 32-mile and Powell area has been discussed for more than 2 decades, probably so. I'm proud that over the past 3 years, we've moved from concept to implementation, successfully obtaining board support to fund and construct the infrastructure that positions this corridor for sustainable growth. When the master plan was updated 2 years ago, I presented this vision While there was progress, the full potential of the area was not fully captured. Although I remain open to exploring limited multi-housing opportunities along M53, I cannot stress enough the importance of establishing an IRT overlay for this area. Based on discussions with potential business interests, it's clear that the IRT designation is critical to attract high-value research technology and light industrial uses, creating jobs and long-term financial stability for our community. From the scenarios presented by our planner, community planner, that would be Spalding DeDecker, Scenario C offers the most balanced and economically beneficial approach in the supervisor's opinion. It maximizes the township's infrastructure investment and aligns with the long-term strategic vision to diversify our tax base while maintaining our rural character elsewhere. And of course, planner Caleb Malden and Cassie had inserted information as well, and this evening in our packet. I sincerely hope the Planning Commission asks for the support on this matter. The initiative represents not only smart growth, but a major step forward for Washington Township's economic development future. Thank you for your time and continued dedication to our community. So I would say, that's the end of the letter, that what any one of us up here would comment about what we've experienced over the years about the IRT and the rezoning and the request to review this area, all of that's kind of contained in the letter. And if anybody has anything else to add, planning commissioners, feel free before we say anything about A, B, or C. Okay?
I think it's well said.
Okay, very
Yeah,
good, Peter.
I think it's well said. And again, like I said earlier, this has been part of the commission discussion for a long time.
Yeah.
So, perhaps we should pull the trigger on this. So if no one has any comments, I'll make a motion.
Okay, Peter, let me just say, that's why I felt compelled to read the statement, because it's through the view and the eyes of the Board of Trustees. And we've had public hearings, et cetera. And you said it well. You are our most senior member up here, Sir Peter Thomas.
It's been a while.
So, all right, you make that motion?
Yes, sir.
I'll second that.
I'd like to make a motion to authorize the township planner and planning and zoning director to distribute the notice of intent to amend the master plan for the purpose of revisiting the future land use map of the master plan and consider an amendment to expand areas designated as industrial research technology, or ERT, as authorized by the township board.
Okay, is it necessary, Michael or Cassie, that we say A, B, or C?
You
More
didn't
efficient.
discuss
We got to discuss which way.
like which one
All right. Okay.
necessarily.
So before we vote, we should
Well, right now, the motion is to
To-
just to
amend it.
amend.
If you
All right.
want to discuss to give specific direction for that amendment,
Okay.
you can do that and include it.
Okay, very good. Well, I think maybe we ought to take Peter's motion. It's been seconded, and then I think we can have our discussion. Will we have another motion and an approval for A, B, or C?
Or delay.
Or,
delay the vote to include it.
Well, we could always amend the motion if we land on one.
okay, why don't we have the discussion? We need one motion. Let's not confuse this. Let's talk about A, B, or C, commissioners. Then we'll include it with Peter's motion. Well, you all right with that, Petey?
I'm good. I'm good.
All right.
I had one question about the C map, the hatched out area south of 30 Mile Road and to the east of Powell. What does that represent? I looked it on I didn't see that area denoted in the different types of zoning.
It should be in the description, just like under the considerations heading.
Oh, the marked blue grid, that's the
Yeah.
transitional areas.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Sorry.
And I think that one,
I guess I gotta read better.
The thinking would be similar to the multifamily overlay that you
Yeah.
have today, right? Like a IRT overlay, IRT transitional, it would be a new overlay area.
yeah. In my eyes, that sort of future-proofs the township in this, in that we are designating all the areas that are being considered at some point for industrial. So if you're coming in and you're looking at our future land use map, Because we had a discussion earlier about people buying under a certain zoning and then things changing.
Yeah.
I think if you clarify that, look, if the township is intending to use those for an industrial purpose, we should probably state that up front so that people know that.
Yeah.
And, forewarned. And then it gives us, again, the option to use that as the township needs as it grows.
Okay, that's pretty good, John.
Agreed.
I'll just point out, and Kayla did in her write-up, that those hatched areas are well outside of they're outside of the wastewater treatment plant district. The plant was never intended to expand that far. That said, master plan for sewer for the whole township contemplates a sewer coming up Hayes Road, so east of there, that eventually could service those areas if they were going to be more than just large residential lots. So, well far into the future, if I'm being honest and blunt from a cost standpoint, and really a participation by Ray Township more than anything else, right? If you can build that sewer along Hayes Road and it can be shared by the communities, it makes a lot more sense than Washington bearing all that cost and having millions of dollars of infrastructure right adjacent to Ray and they have no interest in it.
Yeah.
So there's some major shifts that are going to have to happen to the east of us to really facilitate that. But as it stands today, if someone came in tomorrow and said, hey, I want to develop that property on the east side of Powell, north of 30, you're showing it as this transitional overlay, and maybe we can work out what that actually means in the master plan standpoint. Let's rezone it. Utility-wise, we're not going to be able to support it at this time or any time in the very near future. That would be my only disclaimer to that.
But doesn't this just give the township the options? It
I would
opens
say
up
it gives
more
the
options?
landowners those options and directs people to certain areas.
Is this not what we're trying to achieve, though? And then, if someone does come to us with a development, then we have all these conditions that we have to consider.
Yeah, for consistency's sake, all I'll say is, since 2015, we've been talking kind of 30 to 32, between 53 and Powell. I just want to make sure that whatever this gets called, and I think it's reasonable to say you would want some sort of transition there so that there's not single-family homes right across the street from a large industrial use, even if it's a high-tech use. But I just want to make sure we word this correctly so that it's clear that there's not infrastructure in the very near future to support that. That's all.
Right.
Just want to make that disclaimer.
Fair
It's
enough.
a good point to make.
All right, Mike, thank you. That's why you're here.
I mean, the infrastructure there for single family isn't there, it's not even enough there for single family at this point. You're talking.
Well, the single-family lots are large, whatever it is.
It'd be
it's
large
lots,
lots
rural
anyway,
lots.
so they could put
Makes
septic
total
and
sense.
well and
Yeah,
life goes on.
absolutely,
I get that.
absolutely.
Which is why it's not its own category, right?
Right.
Like versus an overlay because of that.
And I think as long as that's
We-
clear, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm good with it.
Okay. Anything else, commissioners? We're going to add to Peter's motion? I know there are options, and my computer won't go beyond B,
Yeah.
so I don't have C.
Oh,
There's A, B, but I don't know what's going on with my dealie.
I like the idea of cleaning up the rainbow over there and making it consistent. And I think this particular plan gives us the most options, as a township.
Which
And
plan, John?
C,
See?
yeah, it gives us the options to use that in the best way possible.
Flexibility is the key, John. I like that.
And it puts out something there that the public can see, and it's a statement about, again, it's a future land use map. It's about our future goals.
Yes.
So, if I'm not mistaken, and I think I mentioned that earlier, that under special land uses, there's still all of those other categories that we had are available
Yeah.
in these areas if the township, deems that that's the best use of the land. So
Yeah.
it doesn't preclude us from using those particular uses. It just, it makes it a special land use instead of just a
Yeah.
regular land use.
Well, no, I hear you, John. Very good. You brought that out at a good time. Okay. Anything else, commissioners, before we go with the motion? Peter, I think you gave it a little more for your motion.
Well, then, let's add it.
Okay. We're talking about Peter's motion and adapting what Engineer Kozak added and what about what John Chaplin added with Proposal C, including that as a recommendation, really, I guess more of a request.
Start point.
Starting
It'd be a
point.
good starting point for discussions at the,
Agreed.
Yeah, the board. Very good.
Yep.
obviously, we go through a number of meetings, public meetings, and the public will have their input on that as well, and then
Yes.
determination would made, just like we've been through on this exact area before, a couple
Okay.
times, so I
I-
don't disagree
I
with that.
think we've got all we need to load this motion up. You think we missed
So-
anything, Cassie? We don't want to let Kayla down.
The way that Barry framed it, right?
Yes.
It's a recommendation to start the discussion.
Let's start
about-
here and.
Yes.
and
Absolutely.
we'll morph based on people's input. I mean, obviously, that's the whole idea of this, is to get the public input on this and see what the public wants from this as well.
There you go, Barry, thank you. Okay, I think we're ready for a roll call.
Who supported the motion? Okay, so by Thomas, then supported by Sacco.
Chair Bob.
Mr. Thomas,
Yes.
Mr. Sacco,
Yes,
Mr. Jaskey,
Yes.
Mr. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Chaplin,
Yes.
Mr. Robb.
Yes.
all right, we've
Moving on.
made our motion and moving forward with that IRT master plan discussion that's going to, I think, really help down the road for our township, especially in that area that's getting more attention these days and probably will continue. Old business, number 8, condominium submission review. Parcels number 2404, 11, 400, 006, 7, 20, 24 to 26, 28. North side of 30 Mile Road, east of M53, and west of Powell Road. This is the Washington Parkway Industrial area, and so we have our folks are ready to talk to us about it.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening, Planning Commission. My name is John Gaber. I'm the attorney for the applicant. The applicant is Avery Real Estate Holdings, and Mr. Paul Bowers, the owner of the applicant, is in the audience. And I have Jim Butler from PEA Group with us, our civil engineer as well. Just wanted to thank you for the opportunity to be here. As you recall, we were here a few weeks ago on the rezoning, and the rezoning was enacted by and approved by the Township Board of Trustees. So now we're back. We had postponed the condominium review item originally because there were several comments from, from your professionals and from your staff. So we looked at that, and Mr. Butler and his team made the revisions and submitted a revised plan for that, and that's what's in front of you this evening for your consideration. In addition to that, there were a few comments about the master deed itself, which my office had prepared, and essentially those comments deal with the stormwater maintenance agreement, and there were a few other nits and gnats from Spalding D. Decker and from your township attorney. And those comments are all agreeable to us. I mean, the applicant will incorporate those comments in the master deed, and we would do that as part of the final administrative approval of the master deed and the condominium.
Well, I thank you for that, Councilor. Not to interrupt, but Attorney Christine Anderson had conveyed memo to every one of the planning commissioners about what she has concerns with, and of course, you're aware of it, you probably have a copy, and I'm glad you brought it up. We'll incorporate that into our record here.
That would be great. Thank you. And at this time, I'd like to turn the floor over to Mr. Butler to talk about the plans and what he submitted and the changes and how they, deal with the concerns that were raised by your staff and professionals as well.
Sounds great. Very good.
Good evening, Jim Butler with PEA Group.
Butler, you've been here before us,
I've been here before, yes, I
a
have.
familiar face.
Still familiar face. Our office is kitty corner on Van Dyke Road on the west side there. So, good evening. I believe you all know the property. It's a 51-acre piece of land. It's outlined in red. Obviously, the roads have, and some of the infrastructure has been installed. In your packet, we added a plan that was reviewed by your consultants, both Spalding D. Decker and Giffords Webster. Essentially dividing this parcel of land into 11 units. All these units do meet the dimensional requirements of the underlying zoning, the IRT zoning. There was a comment made from the Spalding letter about the northerly unit here. We show a 50-foot setback. There is a gas main easement that's there, that's 75 feet, and the recommendation was to make that 75 to be consistent with the easement, and we do not have an issue with that. There are some other items related to specific requirements as units get developed, sidewalks, landscaping, building types, things of that nature. Obviously, as they develop, they'll come one by one to you for approval. So we were just prepared a plan, kind of just showing what ultimately the unit would look like. The condominium is a nice mechanism because obviously we can have some flexibility should a user come in that needs more land. Instead of having to go and amend a plat or do something, we can move those boundary lines as we choose. So I really don't have much off to offer. I don't have an issue with any of the comments made by Giffords-Webster or the comments made by Spalding. We're agreeable with those.
Okay, Mr. Butler, you have read what President Michael and
I have.
Cassie has
Yep.
said, so you have no opposition to
I have
that?
no objection.
And they made nearly all the revisions, or I would say all, except for one, we had just one remaining comment. In our previous letter that, before it came to the commission, we had a pretty good list of things. They all were taken care of. It was very nice and easy to just check them off because they were done.
Thank you for that, okay. That sounds very good. Commissioners, any questions of our, Mr. Butler?
No, I just noticed that water and sewer had a long list of comments. Have those all been addressed then?
So I was looking at Rich's earlier, and I see red check marks next to, I think, just about everything. The franchise easement doesn't overlap the water main easement anymore? Is that?
We don't have those at this point.
Okay.
And they have not, but we understand
They're
Rich's
not shown on the
concern.
plan, yeah.
Yeah, we
It's always
understand Rich's
interesting to make
concern, and there's a notation on our plan about that.
Great.
So when we do go to that process, we'll make sure that doesn't happen.
Yes. Similarly, Rich, this was Rich's original letter from the original review, and then, like we said,
Okay.
things got taken care of, so we're.
Should've done it in a different color.
Mr. Redding,
Done a different color.
I know.
So I should have used a different color, it'd been a lot easier to read.
Mr. Redding, he likes to get our attention, and this is how he does
It's a
it.
different shader.
I understand.
Okay, and I read Cassie, Kayla, their comment there as far as the summary, and very positive and recommendation that there be approval. So, you know, it's pretty hard to go against all of what you have provided us so far. I don't have anything to add. I have to agree with all that's been done and said here, and I wouldn't suspect anything less from Paul Bowers. That is for certain. So, Commissioners, if there's nothing else, we can move forward with a motion.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the industrial condominium site plan master deed bylaws for Washington Parkway, which include parcels 240411 400 006 007 020 024 through 26 and 028. Conditions it'd be contingent on the Board of Trustees approving the applicant's rezoning request for the 7 parcels included in the.
They did already.
Oh, they already did?
We did that.
Oh, well, I was just going on recommendations.
You're
from
good,
our
Barry,
plan.
you're
So,
good.
And identifying the 75-foot consumer's easement on sheet 5. That's not been done, has it? Okay, making sure.
Any of the outstanding planner and engineer and legal counsel's comments?
I can go with that, yeah. Any of the outstanding comments and working with the planning department and staff to cover those concerns.
Okay, I will second that motion. Okay, Dana, I think we can get a roll call.
Mr. Miller?
Second that emotion.
Yes.
That emotion?
Mr. Sacco?
Yes.
Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Mr. Jaskey?
Yes.
Mr. Chaplin?
Yes.
Mr. Rob?
Motion passes. All the best. And thank you all for your participation, very thorough. All the best,
Thanks, guys.
Paul. Okay, let's look at letter B under number 8, old business. Michelangelo Retail Center, site plan review, 5,600 square foot multi-tenant commercial building. Turn the page. Parcels 2404, 14, 100, 010. East side of Van Dyke, south of 30 Mile Road. I believe this is
To postpone.
thank you.
I'll make the motion to postpone to the November 13th meeting.
Okay, second? All right,
All in favor?
all, All in favor? Aye, motion passes. Okay, excellente. Here we go, moving on, project update, President Kozak.
Thank you. I'll just run through, infrastructure stuff first. Powell Road construction continues, just in the area that we were just talking, north of the cemetery up to 32 Mile Road. County's contractor is hard to work there. Washington Romeo Medical Building, still working on site work as well as inside the building, getting water connections.
Where is
sorted
that
out.
one, Michael?
So that's the large site north of 30 Mile Road, east of Van Dyke.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes. Can't ever forget that zoning.
So if we talk about our little triangle of projects right there, Leo's Coney Island is, as you can see if you've driven by recently,
Leo's is
closed,
looking
and
magnificent.
Coney's by
Brick
Christmas
structure.
was still the promise.
By Christmas?
That's what we were told.
I
So we'll
can't
see.
wait.
And then across the street, VNR, Van Dyke Retail, that's a multi-use, couple retail buildings there on the other side of Van Dyke.
Mike,
as
not
well,
to
moving
interrupt
along.
again,
Yeah.
are the folks with Art and Jake's still gonna have an Art and Jake there, do you know?
I don't know that.
don't know.
Yeah, I
Don't
mean,
know.
that's still their project, but we're not sure of tenants.
Okay.
There's no tenants.
There's a lot of activity going
A
on.
lot of activity. There's 3 buildings there total? Or 2? 3? Yeah,
Yeah.
3 buildings,
Okay.
so.
Yep.
All right,
Good
Mike,
site,
sorry.
good use of the site. Washington Place here, the old Hampton House, still building construction and site work still underway. They got the site pretty close, I think, to get final paving work done before the weather breaks. Seven Lakes, the Juneberry Trail project, which is a short street coming off of Seven Lakes Drive. All the utilities, almost all the utilities are in there working on storm sewer and making a final connection over to Overlook Trail. And Overlook Trail has just their entrance work remaining.
A
and
quick
punch list.
question on that. I noticed they did all the pathways.
Yep.
They did not make a pathway connection to Cross Mound, and there is one that leads from down 31 Mile and points them in the direction of that path.
To
But
the
they
east,
did.
pointing
It
east,
would
there's
be,
there's
if
no
you
piece
were,
there.
yeah, it'd be going to the east towards, but they put the path in and just L'd it off.
Mm-hmm. And just turned.
And they didn't put a crosswalk.
I'll
to
double
go
check. I
across.
believe that's included in the project. and they
Okay,
do have-
I know they're still in there, I just
Yeah.
hate for them to be done
Forget
and
about it.
have to come back for a
Does-
little walkway.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were done.
That's a stop-controlled intersection, right? As you're heading south, you have to stop at
Yes.
31, correct? Amount?
Oh, no.
No, not-
No.
It's yellow, no, there's not even a blinking light
No, it's
there.
just a stop sign.
There's a stop sign, though.
There's a stop sign,
Yeah, that's, okay, just wanted to be sure.
yeah.
Okay.
They would be required to put one in though, because there is a walkway.
We would want to cross because there's
right?
pathway on the east side. so
I mean,
yeah,
there is a
we'll double check.
pathway
Should be on the
coming in.
plan.
Okay,
Yep,
cool.
Does Juneberry have to connect?
yes.
Okay. So then, is my understanding,
Yes.
the grade, there's a huge difference
There
in
are
grade.
adjustments being made to the pavement that has already gone in to ensure that the 2 streets will connect, both utilities and the pavement.
So
yes.
it's been addressed.
It has been addressed, and it should be done before the snow starts flying.
Wow. Very good, Mike.
Washington, 27 properties, so north of here, south of the cement plant.
Yes.
Well under construction there, a lot of vertical construction going on.
Michael, I
underground
had
work.
people asking me if that's gonna be a prison.
Oh, well, that's
Cinder
just,
block.
that's just the first layer of block.
The process.
Give them a little time.
The process.
And yes, it is going to be a prison.
Nobody has any patience.
Takes a little time.
Keep the dust down.
Viridian phases 2 and 3 well underway as well. A lot of underground work there, getting prepped. I think they want to still try to pave this year. We'll see if that works, but that's a big site, lots going on. Newbury South, south of here at the corner of 26th there, underground work is underway, manholes, pipes going in the ground. They are also hoping to pave this year. It's going to be a busy October, November. And Cantor Farms, I believe, has all of their pavement done, including all the work out in the Mound Road right away. They have restoration to do, and they'll want to start putting buildings up as soon as the,
Michael, they still
Township says they
haven't figured out another entrance exit to avoid the, fire suppression equipment that's gonna go in those homes?
my understanding is, I only see one road when I drive out there, so yes, they're still required to
We haven't
provide
seen a
limited fire
revision yet,
suppression.
so.
No, we
Correct.
haven't, okay.
I don't think there's
No
gonna,
connections.
So as far as laying blacktop, when's typically the deadline?
It used to be November 15th, which coincidentally was the start of hunting season. But that doesn't really go anymore with the way the weather breaks around here now. You can usually get into December realistically.
Is there a difference between laying asphalt in December versus August?
Oh, yeah. If you don't do it right in December, it doesn't come out very good.
Okay, how about like now, October?
Now's a great time, yeah, good time to pave. Fantastic. You're not out there with the umbrella, you're not
Good paving.
getting blasted by the heat. You gotta fight the leaves a little bit, there's a little more debris, you gotta clean the road off, believe it or
Okay.
not, that takes some time, but no, it's a great time to pave right now, but everybody wants jobs done. This is,
Yeah,
everybody waits till the last minute, everybody wants their guys in there.
yeah.
It's always busy.
Yeah, and just because of the chemicals they can add in the cold. frigid-
Yeah, concrete especially, you can go later as well, but you
Okay.
start to have to put blankets on it, you start putting
Yes.
additives into it. Again, not ideal,
You
you
don't
wanna,
want that.
you wanna
Not as
stay,
I'm getting a parking lot done in one of my buildings, and
do it tomorrow, don't do it.
it's Monday.
I mean, just
It's
do it as
Monday.
soon as you can.
Do I gotta get a permit for that?
You have to you call your local DPS on that.
So I'm so glad these aren't televised.
Yes.
Yeah, you've admitted it
Sure,
now.
Miss Bednar just heard you.
Very informative,
That's all I have.
Anyway, moving on.
very good, thanks, Mike.
Thank you, guys.
All right,
Oh, it's
Admiral.
in Washington Township.
All right, and I'm going to give Mike more to talk about. Yates Drain Bridge,
Hey, it's in there.
it's in there. It's, you know.
That's great.
Drove by there today, took a look at it. How long is that thing? Is it 170,000 feet? I don't know.
It's over 100 feet, I think.
Quite,
We made a video about it.
I missed that
I have
one.
a
What'd you
video,
say,
we'll
John?
share
Oh,
it
I'm
with Dana.
But, yeah, so it's setting in place. It's not finalized yet. There's still more work to be done, but it looks good. You know, it's nice to have that piece finally arrived and set in place. It's been a long time coming. As far as the board update, Thorington Park is proceeding. The house is up. It's ready to be moved. I know Sam will be making an announcement at some point here when the actual move date is and when they're going to be closing some roads to get that schoolhouse moved around the corner. So that's proceeding as it's supposed to.
Ultimately, where is it going, John?
It is going right around the corner on 31 Mile, on the north side of 31 Mile,
South side,
Giant tower,
east, yeah,
south side of 31.
right by the south.
south side. Did I say north?
You did.
And how
That's
much
my left and
land?
right.
That's a gravel pit, I don't want to confuse
Right by
anybody.
South side, north side, no. North,
Johnny, how
South.
much land do we have to set that school?
we actually we own 10 acres over there. Half of it's designated for a future fire station, and the other half is going to be a park, with the old schoolhouse as the centerpiece of the park. The architectural students over at Romeo High School designed the park. A bunch of them submitted designs, and we've got one winner. And they're going to make that schoolhouse the centerpiece of the park.
Do we have a state historical landmark for that school?
Not that I'm aware of.
Maybe we need to pursue it when it's done. We should.
Maybe. But it should be nice. The students over there are working with some preservationists to do a historical preservation on it, so it's not just going to be slapped, a few boards on it and call it a day.
No.
They're recreating moldings and using the original wood and trim as reference to recreate what was there. So it should be really nice
That's
when it's
Nice.
done.
excellent.
Bravo.
Excellent. We got a bell for it too, I understand.
We do. We have the original bell that once the cupola goes back up after
Yes.
it's moved, the original schoolhouse
Compliments
bell
of Benny Pollock.
will be going back into the schoolhouse. So
Yes.
that's a nice piece to have back.
Part of our master plan, that historical preservation. We did a good deal there.
Yeah, it's something that's been a long time coming. I'm glad we're getting there.
Yes.
As far as other things with the board, Total Safe Storage came before the board for a final vote, and since the supervisor had, family that has some dealings with that, he'd recused himself, and the vote went down 3-3, so it was denied for the variance from engineering standards.
Yes.
So that is concluded its trip to the board. We'll just have to see if they come back for anything else.
Does that mean it might be a driving range?
No idea. It's going to depend on what the owner
Too soon.
what the owner does
Okay.
wants to do with the property moving forward. Washington Creek also came up at the last board meeting, and that was a split vote, 4-3 for approval.
Okay.
So Washington Creek will be moving forward.
Okay.
We had the rezoning request, obviously, for Washington Parkway was approved. That went through. And we received a cybersecurity grant for the township in the amount of $235,000. That's going to help the township upgrade its security profile for our systems, both internally and add things like multi-factor authentication to our systems and just give us a much more secure standing.
Excellent.
Other than that, That's about it.
All right, Johnny, one thing I would add before anyone else has more to add is that we received a memo regarding, I say we, I think all of us, planning commissioners, other staff, about some fraud scam email to our developers, our applicants, that they owe money. And just to put folks on notice that this is an issue that we all take very seriously, because every one of us, if we got email, we have a phone, we have a PC, we have something, we can get these scam messages, and they can look really genuine. And we have to really be careful with anything we get unsolicited, either on the phone or through the internet. It's an awful thing, and it's going to continue. And who knows what the genesis of it is other than fraud, but with this AI stuff going around, I think the fraud can be looking more and more like it's the real deal to people, and that is something we really have to be on guard for.
There's been a number of municipalities that have been had by ransomware, all the way up to your casinos. MGM
Yes.
got had for millions. You're talking
High-end,
high-end businesses,
Yeah.
they gotta have the best security around. Millions and
gotta change
millions
all
of
the time.
dollars. And banks all over the world are constantly under attack, so
they are.
we're low-hanging fruit compared to that. But it's,
Yes.
if they can find a way into yours, they get to Washington Township and try to make them cut a check.
Well, the problem is that there's a lot of public information that
Sure
we deal
is.
with, and that's accessible. So it's very easy just to steal a logo and send a letter to somebody or an email to make it look like it's official. So,
I bring it up to our audience and the public because we don't want you to get scammed. And if you got a question about an email that looks like it came from our township, maybe give the township a call on whoever signature or title is there and verify, hey, did you send me this? Do I owe money, et cetera? Even stop in. We're not that far from where you live. Better to be safe than sorry. And doggone it, once they get into your private records, or especially your money records, there may be no end to it. So we just bring it up because it's something that unfortunately we have to live with in our world. Okay, commissioners, anything else? We want to thank Cassie for filling in for Kayla.
shout out to
As
Cassie for
always,
coming back.
Spalding DeDecker doing the great job. Thanks, Cassie, for being here. And of course, the president. He's always here, ready, willing, and able.
Where'd you get this name?
Oh, he's
the president?
He's the president.
I'm the president of my
He is
company.
the
He's in
president.
the title.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, it's right in
Wow,
the
El
my email now.
Presidente. Congrats, man.
It's official and
When?
everything.
2 years ago. Thanks for noticing.
Well, thanks for telling us.
I don't tell people
to like
anything.
revise this.
El Presidente.
Correct.
We need to
Good for you,
we
man.
need to get a gold one.
Yes. Can you, or maybe some of your diamonds that you said you had?
Hey, there's always ways of working something.
The lab cultured ones, Petey. There ain't much lost there.
I don't want any blood diamonds on my
You don't want any drip?
I'm good.
No drip, Michael?
Not a problem. Stick a couple Kruger ends on the end, some diamonds.
Well, Mr. Chair,
It's time, Peter.
yeah, being that it's been quite the eventful commission meeting,
Yes,
very, very productive.
yes,
All things must end.
they must.
So I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Okay.
Second.
We got a second. And Nico, wake up. All right, all in favor? Aye. We're adjourned. Good meeting.
Yeah.